Hello friends, let us discuss few important questions from ophthalmology. First question is, which layer of cornea is involved in bullous keratopathy? The correct answer is epithelium. There are 5 layers of cornea. One is epithelium, Bowman's membrane, stroma, Descemet's membrane, and endothelium. These are the 5 layers of cornea. Sixth layer is called as Duas layer. This is the strongest layer. Next question is, which of the following organism can penetrate intact cornea? The correct answer is Neisseria meningitis. The organisms penetrating intact cornea are Neisseria meningitis, Listeria, diphtheria, and Haemophilus. These are the organisms that penetrate intact cornea. Next question is, which of the following is the most common fungus infecting eyelids? The correct answer is Candida albicans. Whereas most common fungus infecting cornea is Aspergillus fumigatus. This is most common fungus infecting cornea. 35-year-old male patient complains of redness and watering of eyes. He is wearing contact lens since 5 years. What is the most likely cause for his symptoms? The correct answer is Pseudomonas infection. Most common infection in contact lens users is Pseudomonas. Soft contact lens users are also prone for developing acanthamoeba keratitis. Next question is, a 65-year-old male complains of more diminution of vision. On examination, there is corneal opacity. What is the probable diagnosis? The correct answer is nebular opacity. There are 3 types of corneal opacity. One is nebular, macular, and leucoma. In nebular, there is 1/3 of stromal involvement. In macular, almost 2/3 of stromal involvement. In this, whole stroma is involved. In this question, they have given more diminution of vision. Among these 3 options, there is more diminution of vision in nebular type. In this nebular, there is only 1/3 of stromal involvement, but there is diffraction of light. That's why there is more diminution of vision than in leucoma. Next question is, which of the following is the most important factor to focus light ray on retina? The correct answer is anterior surface of cornea. Curvature of the cornea is more important factor. Next question is, which of the following is the most common complication of hypermature cataract? The correct answer is phacolytic glaucoma. What are the stages of cataract? We have lamellar separation, incipient cataract, intumescent cataract, mature cataract, and hypermature cataract. The question asked is most common complication of hypermature cataract, that is phacolytic glaucoma. Next question is, which of the following is not included in the Loeys syndrome? The correct answer is anterior lenticonus. Loeys syndrome is also called as oculocerebrorenal syndrome. This includes posterior lenticonus, glaucoma, and microphakia. This anterior lenticonus is seen in Alport syndrome and in Waardenburg syndrome. Which of the following is the pathognomic feature of complicated cataract? The correct answer is polychromatic luster. Most common type of complicated cataract is posterior subcapsular cataract. Osseous ring means there is iron pigments on the anterior capsule of lens. There is deposition of iron pigment. Cherry red spot means there is edema at macula. There is edema at macula. It is seen in Berlin's edema. Next question is, which of the following is the gold standard tonometer? The correct answer is Goldman tonometer. This Goldman tonometer is the example for applanation tonometer. Applanation tonometer. This is most reliable. It just touches the cornea. Tonometry means measurement of the intraocular pressure. There is measurement of intraocular pressure. Next question is, which of the following is the first line drug used in the malignant glaucoma? The correct answer is atropine. First line of drug is atropine. It causes dilatation of the pupil. So there is relaxation of ciliary muscle. So it releases the block. Next question is, which of the following drug causes nasolacrimal duct obstruction? The correct answer is timolol. Timolol is the beta blocker. It is used in the treatment of glaucoma. Which of the following alpha agonist is contraindicated in infants? The correct answer is brimonidine. Brimonidine is contraindicated in infants because it causes drowsiness and it causes CNS depression. Next question is, in which of the following condition blue sclera is not seen? The correct answer is necrotizing scleritis. In this condition, blue sclera is seen. This necrotizing scleritis is usually associated with connective tissue disorders like rheumatoid arthritis, SLE. In this blue sclera, the sclera is usually thin, so the underlying uveal tissue is visible, which appear as blue. Next question is, which of the following is not a cause for angular conjunctivitis? The correct answer is streptococcus. Angular conjunctivitis means there is conjunctivitis at the canthi with excoriation of skin. The treatment includes antibiotics and we can prescribe zinc oxide. This zinc oxide inhibits the proteolytic enzymes. Next question is, which of the following is not included in the SAFE program to control trachoma? The correct answer is excision. In this SAFE program, S means surgery, A means antibiotic, F means facial hygiene, E means environmental cleanness. Environmental cleanliness. Next question is, which of the following is the example for type 1 hypersensitivity reaction? The correct answer is vernal keratoconjunctivitis. This flictallunar keratoconjunctivitis is the example for type 4 hypersensitivity reaction. This vernal keratoconjunctivitis is also called as spring catara. Next question is, which of the following is the most common organism causing ophthalmia neonatorum? The correct answer is chlamydia. This ophthalmia neonatorum is usually seen in less than 1 month of baby. Chlamydia infection most commonly seen in 4 to 10 days. Chemical conjunctivitis is usually seen within 24 hours. Next question is, which of the following is the earliest feature of vitamin A deficiency? The correct answer is nyctalopia. Which of the following is not a cause for hemeralopia? The correct answer is retinitis pigmentosa. This is also called as day blindness. In retinitis pigmentosa, we will see night blindness. Next question is, which of the following sign of anterior uveitis indicates active inflammation? The correct answer is aqueous cells. This aqueous flare is due to proteins present in the aqueous humor. In this anterior uveitis, keratin precipitate is the hallmark. Keratin precipitate is the hallmark. Next question is, which of the following is the pathognomic feature of pars planitis? The correct answer is snow banking. Snow banking means there is deposits present on the pars plana. Next question is, which of the following is not included in the Retter's syndrome? The correct answer is scleritis. Next question is, in which of the following infection headlight in the fog appearance is seen on ophthalmoscopic examination? The correct answer is toxoplasmosis. Pigmented lesions are seen at macula. Which of the following is the first sign of sympathetic ophthalmitis? The correct answer is retrolateral flare. Friends, subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos. Thank you.